Hi everyone, I'm Amanda Guralski from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. I am a career and image coach working with individuals, professional athletes, organizations, universities on polishing.
Amanda, welcome to Talking the Talk.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're a little bit intimidating to me because you're, a TV veteran being on the Morning Blend on WTMJ TV.
I like that. Intimidation is good, isn't it?
Well, you tell me. You're the career coach and the professional schmoozer that you have all these phrases down. Tell me a little bit about what you do.
Sure. I am a career coach and image coach, and I work with professional athletes, individuals, organizations, companies, and universities on polishing. So first impressions, personal branding, business etiquette, soft skills, how to present yourself, as well as appropriate career attire.
What's a soft skill?
Communications.
Okay.
So looking people in the eye, shaking hands, all of that Gen Y seems to be lacking a little bit.
You know, I could use just about all of these, some help. But what's interesting, too, is that you were a Division I scholarship athlete. You played volleyball at Villanova.
Yes.
Tell me what that experience was like.
It was interesting, to be honest. My entire life, since 5th grade on, all I wanted to do was play Division I volleyball. And I was in club volleyball, I missed prom, I missed dances, all of this to make sure that that was a reality for me. And I went out there and I realized that in my head, I had this idea of what Division I sports was gonna look like, and it just wasn't like that. I did the fitness program from like the starting point to the finishing line, all the way through, and then I got there, and none of the girls had even cracked it open. And it was just one of those things where I was kind of like, okay, Amanda, what's next for you? You've known yourself as an athlete your entire life, and now you're out here, and your passion has only been playing volleyball. What happens now when you're a senior and all you focused on is volleyball? And that's why I actually decided to transfer and go to a Division III school. I played volleyball, softball, and I threw the javelin there, because I realized I wanted to be in a competitive environment, and I wanted to be in a spot where I could still have my passion for sports, but find out what else I could be passionate about.
Do you think it's wrong when athletes specialize in just one sport? As you say, you ended up playing multiple sports.
I did. It depends on the athlete and really how you can manage all of that. In high school, I played volleyball, basketball, and softball all the way through. And volleyball was just really my niche. It was what I was the best at and which I could excel at. So I don't necessarily think that it's a disservice to you to play multiple sports, but at the same time, it depends where you want to go and what type of career you want to have afterwards.
You've had experience then in Division I and Division III. There's been talk about paying Division I athletes in particular in addition to the scholarships. What do you think of that idea?
I wish I was back in college.
You'd go back to Villanova.
Exactly. I wouldn't have left.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest, I don't know how much I really agree with that, because, I mean, if you have the talent of playing a sport, that should be a gift that you share with everyone, with little kids, with your parents, with your grandparents, everything. Now you're all of a sudden so what's the point of playing professional sports then? I mean, if you're getting played at this level, then what's the point of really moving on anymore? So I think a scholarship is fantastic to get your education paid for and to still focus on what you love to do. But I think if they start paying athletes in college, then they're not going to be focused on their academics at all. Because now it's just, I've got money coming in and I'm getting paid to play a sport. But then what happens if you don't get drafted?
Some quick hitters for you. Packers. Why did they win the Super Bowl last year, in your opinion?
Because they're fantastic.
Well, at least you're impartial.
I think the Packers had a really good game plan. They knew what they needed to do, and they executed it correctly. There was a little bump in the road a couple times throughout the season, but when it really counted, they were focused and they were able to put it together.
Will the Brewers make the playoffs?
I hope so.
You don't sound as confident there.
I know, because this is the problem with the Brewers, is I know they're #1 right now, and they have such a great season, but then they always seem to fall apart at the end of the season. It's like we've watched all this momentum until that final game, and then all of a sudden they just kind of crumble. However, though, this year we've got the pitching team that we need, that we've been lacking for a while. And the boys are really starting to play together as a universal team. No matter which players in what position, they really look like they've got the momentum and they know what they need to do.
So in the wintertime, when Villanova comes to the Bradley Center to play Marquette in basketball, do you go? And if so, who do you cheer for?
Yes, and you want to know what I have? I've got this entire outfit right now that's got Marquette on one side, Villanova on the other side, and my shirt's the same way I made it.
How did you wind up at Villanova?
I wanted to go out east. That was something that I always saw myself doing, was being out east. And so I just sent letters and tapes and kind of introductory letters to every school out east. And they came and watched, Villanova came and watched me play at a tournament I played for Milwaukee Sting. And I got my official visit there and fell in love with Jake Nevin and everything that Villanova had to offer.
Amanda, you've done a great job on Talking the Talk. Best of luck with your business and on the Morning Blend, and maybe we'll see you on the Sports 32 Roundtable.
That would be fantastic, and thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Get out there and vote.